Hello, good evening. I am so sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was having technical difficulties, which is really strange. Kept saying to check my internet connection. I was starting to freak out. Okay, so welcome. My name is Kelly Dunlap, and I am a fat loss coach, and I am here to help you. We're going to talk about belly fat. You're going to be so surprised with this information that I have to share with you that it's going to kind of blow your mind because it's very simple, yet not many people really understand this whole concept. So I'm going to try to break things down for you as simple as I possibly can, and then I'm going to give you some quick tips on how you can reduce your belly fat. So yay! Okay, so I have lots of notes here. Usually I'm somebody that just likes to talk and wing it, but when it comes to something like this, it is so important that I give you the information that I have right here in front of me. I don't want to miss anything because I know that this is going to help you. So thank you for taking the time to join me, and I do hope that you find this very valuable. So let me catch my breath and let's talk about belly fat. So first of all, when we think of belly fat, oftentimes people think menopause. Yes, it is absolutely a telltale sign of menopause that you do end up carrying a lot of your belly fat in the midsection. However, why are there a lot of young women walking around having this issue? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's because there is one thing that they're not tending to, and you're going to be absolutely surprised. Some of you might be thinking this in the back of your head, like, I think I know what it is, but it's one little thing that you have complete control over, and it's stress, my friends. It's stress. Okay, stress is causing this problem, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you what's happening when it comes to this whole belly ordeal. Okay, so when you're under stress, what happens is your estrogen and your progesterone, they decrease. Okay, so let me repeat that. Your estrogen and progesterone decreases. So therefore, what then happens is I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. My dog's over here. So if you guys are a part of my life on a daily basis, you kind of understand what goes on with my dogs. They like to fight. Okay, so they decrease. Let me get back to where I was at, which makes the body less reactive to both insulin and cortisol. Okay, now I can get on a whole thing about insulin and cortisol, but we're not even going to go there. Okay, first of all, for two reasons. Number one, it can be very confusing because, let's face it, science and hormones can get very confusing. Number two, you probably don't give a shit. Okay, you want the layman's tell me what to do and what not to do type stuff, right? So we're just going to stick with that and we're going to go from there. So bottom line is, when you're under stress, you have decreased estrogen, decreased progesterone, makes the body less reactive to both insulin and cortisol. Now, in other words, what I'm trying to tell you is that estrogen and progesterone are absolutely wonderful to giving us women the hallmark, beautiful, tiny waist. Okay? So our estrogen and progesterone levels are key to keeping that tiny, whittled middle. Okay? All right, so I hope that you're not confused, but I think it's pretty simple by that, from what I've shared. So here's the deal. When women are under stress, and when I say stress could be bickering with a family member. It could be, your body reacts to stress, like very little things. So I have a friend that actually carries around a thing of lavender, and when she knows like if she's going to have a stress reactive response, possibly, she'll just grab it right away and just kind of calm herself down. So it could be something as simple as that. But so when women are under stress, not only are they more reactive, to the stress and having a decrease in their estrogen and progesterone, but they will have an increase in testosterone. Here's the thing. Testosterone, men, yeah, they want that stuff. We don't, okay? We do not want that testosterone, because I'm going to tell you, you don't want it, okay? It's not good in women. This is really when women start to get thicker. They get thicker waist and they lose that tiny waist. Okay? So keep the stress level down, guys. You got to keep it down. I mean, I even find myself, you know, having my son being autistic, and I find myself getting that stress feeling, and then I automatically, oh God, I gotta kind of reduce the stress. I don't want my body to react. It's very, you know, when you start thinking in this way, you'll make a total shift in your lifestyle, because it's all lifestyle, okay? And you can control this. So, in addition, because of being more stress reactive, that means you become more insulin resistant, more cortisol reactive, which leads to fat gain, okay? I don't know. Look upstairs on the table. But how and why? My husband wanted his headphones, and I'm like, but how and why? Because, listen up. Stress makes you the following. Listen, are your ears open? Okay. Crave more. Makes you more hungry. It makes your energy more unpredictable. Now, I don't know about you, but when I am tired, I am reaching, okay? So that one really hit home for me. So in all of that, that is going to cause the weight gain, okay? Now, in addition to everything else that's going on. So just like I said earlier, I have this written down because I'm like, oh my gosh, okay? It takes a minute for your brain to wrap around this, but science can be confusing, especially when it comes to the hormones, because estrogen is also something that can burn fat for women. And, you know, I'll probably do a live on this eventually, but I want to talk to you about, I'm just going to throw this in here because I think this is important, because this really made a lot of sense to me. But hormones, they don't really act alone. They are always interacting with other hormones. So I want you to think of hormone as like a human behavior, meaning that if I were at a toga party versus a black tie event, I'm going to act differently, I'm going to communicate differently, I'm going to eat differently versus than when I was at a toga party. I act different at the toga party than I would act at the black tie, correct? Do you understand what I'm saying? Same thing goes with hormones. When certain hormones communicate with certain hormones, sometimes good things happen and sometimes bad things happen, okay? So like insulin being one of them. My dog's over here driving me crazy. So think about that. You know, when humans are in certain environments, they act a certain way. Same thing goes with hormones. So I want you to keep that in mind. That to me was a huge aha moment. Like, oh, because oftentimes people think of cortisol is so bad and insulin is so bad, but it just depends on what else is going on in the body. Period. End of story. Okay? All right, now, getting back to how would we handle this? Because that's what you're thinking. Okay, well, what do I do? All right, so let me just recap this really quick. I want to show you this little handy-dandy chart that I wrote up. Now, before I do that, I'm going to do the flip on the camera so that you can see my beautiful handwriting. I need to get fancy-dancy at making charts. I'm almost there, but this was a real quick write-up, but I want to kind of give you a little visual. So let me do this so that you can actually see. Oh wait, I gotta go tools, horizontal flip. Now, when I do that, you could actually see my writing, correct? Yep, right? Okay, so I'm gonna hold this. The funny thing is when you do this horizontal flip though, you gotta hold this just right so that the camera gets it. Give me a thumbs up if you can read this. Okay? Can you read this, or is it backwards to you? It should be legible. Okay, you can read it. Okay, so here is a little breakdown. Low estrogen and progesterone will cause more hunger. It'll reduce your energy, and it'll increase your cravings. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, low estrogen and progesterone will also cause you to be less exercise responsive. So this is why, and I'll hold it closer in a minute, but I gotta like read it to you. So this is why I say you cannot exercise or run, okay, run away your belly fat because it's going to make it worse. Now, while we're on this subject, think of a marathon runner and a sprinter. Okay, I want you to just think of them and their physiques, and then I'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, so, boop, here we go. Less exercise responsive, so less likely to deal with stress of exercise, because exercise is stress, depending on how you do it. And we're going to get to that in just a minute. In turn, makes you more stress reactive. In turn, more cortisol. In turn, makes you more carb sensitive, meaning weight gain. Okay, so I'm going to put this up here. And again, I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed and confused, okay? Because I know not everybody wants to be in science class. I get that. But there are things that you do need to know and kind of understand, and you might even want to rewatch this a little bit. Who knows? But that's what I am here for. I am here to take all that messy stuff that goes on in the brain, simplify it for you, and just tell you, okay, this is what we need to do. This is where my coaching program comes in, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. So here's the scoop. Remember when I talked to you about the marathon runner versus the sprinter? Marathon runner, sure. Sprinter, sure. They're both somewhat lean. But how many of you know a marathon runner that still kind of hangs on to a little bit of stuff right in here? Okay, that is because of the cortisol levels. Now, a sprinter, okay, kick-ass, lean-ass six-pack, right? And it's all because of that exercise and the difference that they're doing. The marathon, that is very, very, very stressful on your body. I would never in my life want to run a 10K or a marathon ever, only because of the stress that I know that is going to go on my body. Look at marathon runners. Look up marathon runners. Look at some images. Their faces are even aged. It's crazy. Now, I've known this for some time about stress and you know how different exercises do affect you. So people think, oh, if I run, I'm gonna be so skinny. I just want to be a marathon runner. Oh, no, no, no. That would be the last thing I'd want to do. I would want to be a sprinter, that is for sure. So you cannot outrun the belly because it doesn't control the insulin. Okay, so this is where I would start. First of all, watch your carb intake. Okay, I know me with this baby. I am a starchaholic. I am eating way too many carbs. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. Cannot wait till she gets here so mama can start getting her baby or get rid of her baby fat and get ready to get her hot mama body back, right? Short, intense exercise, okay? And I'm talking like HIIT, you know, high intensity interval training, Tabata, you know, that kind of thing, okay? But the other thing that is very important is restorative. Everybody thinks more is better. More is better, more is better, more is better. It's not. You're causing more stress. So guess what the number one thing to do is? Sleep, okay? This is why I talked to you guys early on when I created this group about sleep and how important it is. It is so important. And when I had talked about keystone habits, and if you change one thing, remember when I talked about that? How one thing can have a trickle-down effect and benefit other places in your life? Sleep, okay? Sleep, restorative yoga, Tai Chi, a relaxing bath, sex, masturbation. I mean, come on, like seriously. I'm just being honest. Sauna. You need to tap into those types of things. What's wrong with our mentality in this world, or even in, I guess you would say, the United States, is that everybody is so wrapped up in thinking that they have to do more, when in fact, your answer could be, you just need to do a little bit less, okay? Or shift what you're doing. Maybe if you're doing a lot of, you know, exercise 7 days a week, and it's just, you could be stressing the shit out of your body. Boy, I got potty mouth today. You could really be stressing your body out bad. Maybe take 2 of those days and do some yoga. So you got to balance it out, and you have to, really, kind of get in there. But this is why everything needs to be very individualized. There's no cookie cutter diet. There's no cookie cutter program. So, you know how when you've tried a diet that Sally Sue did, and she was so successful, and she lost all this weight, and she looked amazing, and all this stuff, and then you did it, and you're like, okay, why isn't this working for me? It's because you have a different metabolic fingerprint. You have different biofeedback, which is what you have to get intimate with. You have to learn that to understand what it is that you need and how you respond to certain foods. It all comes down to you, your own individual program. That's it, period, end of story. So here's the deal. I am launching a program. It's called the Metabolism Reboot Academy. I am launching it June the 26th, and I'm offering the people in this group, this exclusive, amazing, fun group that we have created, this wonderful community, a very special, highly discounted offer to be a part of this first launch. And it's a beta test, and the reason why it's called beta, not everybody understands that. What a beta test is because it's my very first launch doing this type of program. I mean, if you're not aware, I have been in the fitness industry, well, retired now for 2 years, but for over 25 years. So this is a passion, it's second nature to me, but how this is going to flow and go and all this is new to me. So it's only fair for me to run a beta test at a discounted price, and that's where you come in. If you think that you would be interested in being a part of this beta test, I'm going to tell you where to go to fill out a questionnaire to see if it's a good fit. So when you go there, it's going to give you a description of what my program is about. And then there's a questionnaire, which is about roughly 20 questions. I want you to really take your time and answer those questions. And then once I read the form and I feel that if you're a good fit, then I will contact you through a discovery call and give you more of the details and all of that. So I'm really excited. I'm giving beta testers 60% off, which is huge. And trust me, just gonna give you a little hint. It's a very digestible price, big time. You get to work one-on-one with me, okay? And everything is personalized, okay? So we are going to get you away and out of all of that diet mentality and get you off of that wheel, that horrible, horrific hamster wheel of the diets, because all it does is make you even fatter, okay? And I'm tired of people being confused and lost and just not understanding, like, why isn't this working? Trust me, I found the answer, you guys. I've cracked the code. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. It's like, I cannot wait, like I was saying. Like, seriously, I have no worries about getting this baby weight off, knowing what I know now. So it kind of pains me a little bit to know that, oh God, if I had only had this knowledge throughout my years of training, oh my God. But then again, you don't know what you don't know, and you're only guided into things once you're ready for them, right? Okay, so write this down. If you want to fill out the questionnaire to be a possible participant in my beta, and not everybody is going to be accepted because it's not always going to be a good fit, right? So I'm only accepting a limited number of people. Go to kellydwellness.com. Okay, I have to get its own separate little link yet. I'm going to do that here. I just didn't have time. I had a lot of craziness going on. But if you go to kellydwellness.com, that's going to take you right to my website. I'm very proud to say I created that website myself. Lots of hours. Go to where it says coaching, and then you'll see where it says Metabolism Reboot Academy. And that's going to take you right to the form that you need. It's going to give you, like I said, a description of what it's about. Okay. And then there's about 20 questions that I really want you to take the time to fill it out. And it's, it's in depth, okay? And I'm going to read through and all of that, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll get this baby launched. And oh my God, I am so excited because I know it's going to help so many of you. If you're just now tuning in, please make sure that you watch this from the beginning because this is a lot of valuable information. Give me a 1, please, and tell me if you got value out of this. If this helped you, if this gave you any aha moment, if this was, a value, okay? Because I want your feedback. I want to know, did this make sense? And also maybe comment, give me a 2, give me 1 and a 2, if you feel that it was a surprise, okay? Because I think most of the time it is for a lot of people. They're like, what? All I have to do is just kind of chill out a little bit more? I had no idea. Oh my God. So your feedback is great. So give me a 1 if you found value. Give me a 2 if you were like, oh my gosh, this is like crazy. I had no idea. Or you can give me 1 and a 2. Okay? And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. I have so much fun. I love, love, love giving you all this information. I'm so excited to work one-on-one with you as well. And I know that it is going to be life-changing for you as well. And I'm just so excited to share everything. So awesome. I'm seeing lots of 1s. Yay! Okay, just wondering how I can help my stress level. I just told you, you have to sleep more. You have to take those baths. You have to relax, meditate, take deep breaths. There's all sorts of ways. Maybe weed out those vampires in your life that are sucking the energy out of you and stressing you out, okay? Okay, you know what the source is, okay? So, you need to make yourself a priority. That's a problem for most people too. All right? Oh, Grace. Grace, get in there and fill out that form. Yes, take your time out. You have to, guys. You have to. Just like I already informed Paulie D. I mean, he knows. He doesn't even have to question this, and he wouldn't even give me a hard time anyway. But, after little one comes, here you go. I got to go to the gym. I need my time. Whether it be to the gym, to, work out, walk, maybe take a yoga class, or maybe if I just want to take a few minutes and go hang out and have a wonderful conversation with a girlfriend of mine. You have to do that, you guys. You have to, and it's okay to be selfish if that's what you want to call it. Okay, you have to do what serves you well. As much as we all want to be Wonder Woman, okay, and I know she's fabulous, and I know that we can all do it all. I know that we can all do it all. But the fact of the matter is that you can't, and you shouldn't. And don't be afraid to delegate and ask for help. And I think that that's where a lot of us women, we get all caught up. Well, I don't want to ask for help. There's just no way, But even something simple like having the kiddos put away their laundry, like that's been a big help for me. Having my kids, I give them a stack of clothes. They've been putting them away. Having Colin Bear put away the dishes has been huge for me with just putting the dishes in the dishwasher. Otherwise, I was stressing out looking at the dishes in the sink. It drove me just batty crazy, See, Amanda's at the gym locker room. That's awesome. Okay, you guys. So once again, kellydwellness.com. Go to coaching, and then you'll see the metabolism reboot. And again, this is a fantastic opportunity for you to make some changes, and we'll be helping each other out. It's a 5-week program, 60% off for beta testers. It's just incredible, and I'm so grateful to be in this position and, to help you and for you to help me. So, all right. Well, time to take some deep breaths, you guys. Relax, de-stress, maybe get some lavender essential oils. Okay. Just go lay in that bed for a minute. It's okay. Sometimes I'll even say to my husband, I'm like, I got to go just lay down for 10 minutes. I just got to close my eyes, And it helps. It really does. It helps a lot. So, okay, so Lisa's saying diffusers work for her. She had a severe traumatic brain injury and insomnia has been a problem for 2.5 years. Lavender, see your lack of sleep, exactly. So lavender works great. Literally, serenity and balance essential oils are like Xanax in a bottle, and they work great to calm someone down. I have to take other medications to help me sleep because of my insomnia. Yes. Yep, I get that. So you have found something that has, you know, been a good resource for you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Great tip too on the magnesium. I absolutely agree with that 1,000%. So, thank you guys for your feedback. I really appreciate it. And I'm so excited to get your forms. I can't wait to read them. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any feedback, comment, you can always private message me. And Grace, just fill out my form, my darling. I can help you. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. See ya. Bye.